I went over the rules. I want you to protect yourself at all times, and what I say you must obey. Good luck. See your picture. One, two, three, four, five. Give me your gloves.
Okay, how'd you feel? How'd you feel? All right, breathe. Focus. Just get answers back in your body. Come on, breathe. Breathe. Relax.
Let's do it.
2, 3, I think it's over. 4, 5, 6, he leaning over. 7, 8, they bout to ring the bell. 9, 10, pack 'em up like mail. It's over, 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 it's over. UNDISP.
What a night for a fight. Under the lights, my name is Todd Grisham. We are here at the Empire Fight Camp. Alongside me is Johnny Nelson.
The pleasure's always mine.
And here is the Braun. This bout, you've heard of people dancing under. And there's the bell to start the round. Nice slip to avoid the jab. Those counter punches have to hurt. Big hook. Good thing it didn't land. And just as quickly as it slows down, it heats back up. They'll be fighting under the lights tonight. What a unique environment as we get set for this high-energy showdown.
It's been a long, long day, Todd. They've been drinking, they've been out in the sun, they've been having a good time. But this is what they've been known for. This crowd can be very unpredictable. And by the sense of it, it's night time. They're waiting for the big fight. There's a lot of pressure on these fighters' shoulders to get that job done.
Between these two.
Very close match. It shows the skill, the discipline, the respect both fighters have for each other, because no one dare do anything out of turn.
Oh, down goes Joe Joyce.
1, 2, 3, 4. Are you okay?
There ain't no room. Only one number one, there ain't room for two. There ain't no room. I am the one. Top two, but not number two. There ain't no room. Boom. Came in, cleaned up without a broom. There ain't no room. Still here, still not been moved. I got points to prove. There ain't no room. Straight in, more pain, so more gaining. Yeah, I came in, guns blazing. At Raven, you get weighed in.
As expected, fully packed here tonight. It's the Grand Theater. My name is Todd Grisham. The juggernaut, Joe Joyce, fights out of London, the United Kingdom. He is an intimidating specimen. The great.
This bout is scheduled.
We welcome you to this beautiful theater. The juggernaut back in a huge fight again. That right hook's already working well. This is the beginning of the end for Muhammad Ali. And finally, Muhammad Ali goes down. The referee says they can continue, but how much more do they have left?
Hard, he's up. I'll be surprised if he makes it back to the corner. And if he does, will he get back up on the stool again? That was a shot.
And the score with the jab. We need to turn this around halfway through. Do you believe what we are seeing?
Not the best start, but you know what? The cornermen now, it's time for them doing their job.
The greatest has been dazed. Muhammad Ali in trouble. So he's back on his feet, but he's got to somehow turn this around.
That is a show of character. When you're put down, your ego's hurt, your chin's hurt, your body's hurt.
Final 10 seconds here, and this has not been his round for sure. Talk about Ali in that last round. They get 1 minute between rounds. This fighter wished it was 10 minutes after being dropped twice. And Joe Joyce, an Olympic silver medalist. They barely survived the last round after 2 knockdowns. Let's see what happens here.
2 knockdowns, and you're coming back from that. That's near on impossible because your head must be all over the place. Your legs would feel like jelly. What can they tell you in the corner? All they can do is wake you up. They can't even go into game plan.
Slugger isn't interested in winning rounds. He just wants to win the fight. And he's not going to do it on the scorecard, Johnny. He needs a KO.
With sluggers, you cannot let them get into a rhythm because this is how they train. This is how they prepare for a fight. This is what they'll do all night. Do not dance their dance. You've got to use speed.
They're both trying for a knockout. Can they figure out the combination to this day? Just missed with that hook.
Very close match. It shows the skill, the discipline, the respect both fighters have for each other because no one dare do anything out of turn.
This fighter embodies the cardinal rule of boxing. Hit and don't get hit.
If you want to corner an outside fighter, make them fight off the rope because they don't want to do that. They don't want to stand still. They want to move left to right. Pin them down. Throw a blanket on them.
Throws the jab, it doesn't score. Very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. Well, we know they've got Joe Joyce was one of the highest knockout ratios in the heavyweight division. Last round, complete domination. Let's see what we have in store for us here.
My motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything worked. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
You wouldn't want to be on the receiving end of a shot from that heavyweight. When are we going to see a jab from these two? Positives and negatives in the heavyweight division are the same. You can win the fight with one punch, and you can lose the fight in one punch. How about that time counter shot? These two are the perfect dance partners. The straight right just misses.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
Deciding to let it all hang out here in this round. Who would have thought Ali would get rattled like this? They're happy this round's coming to an end. 10 seconds left. Let's talk about Ali in that last round. You gotta wonder how big of a factor that. We're hoping for an all-action slugfest. He couldn't finish him off in the last round. Let's see what this has in store for us.
What a heavy knockdown. How are they going to come back from that? They stagger back to the corner. They've got to freshen them up, alert them again, get them back on point again. This round, they've got to coast around. Don't get involved. Give yourself another 3 minutes to get your head clear.
We hear that phrase, second win. You've got to fight it somehow.
What can they change? Can they slow the pace down? Can they hope to knock them out early? What can they do? They've got to concentrate and relax. Because you know what you can do in the gym. You can do it in the fight. You've got to relax.
One of the best chins in the division, Joe Joyce. So he's back up again, but he's got to think about his personal safety and future here, doesn't he, Johnny?
Look at his corner, look for the instructions. They're telling him to calm down, make the most of the count, get up, breathe, and move. Get behind the referee, save yourself a bit of time. You just need to make your way back to the corner, somehow get to the end of the round.
Looks like he's going to survive the round here, but just barely. Let's talk about Ali in that last round. Well, if this trainer has a... They ring the bell, and here we go. Is this the beginning of the end after 2 knockdowns last round?
2 knockdowns in that last round. There'll be sheer panic in that corner. What do? Do they throw the towel in? Do they let him come back out again? Because they know their fighter is like a lamb to the slaughter.
Tried to score with the uppercut. Well, Johnny, has anything surprised you here as we enter the final frames of this bout?
This could be really intimidating, Todd. If you know somebody's got the punch power, someone's got the speed, it can be intimidating. Just depends on how confident you are as a fighter.
Which one of these athletes is going to be the first to go down? This has been a very competitive round as we reach the midway point. They both want a highlight reel knockout.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Chad does not score. happened. You saw it here live.
They ain't stopping me, I'm a pro like a Mac. Drip flow like a tap, tiptoe to the stack. Thrive under pressure, know when to attack. When it's showtime, front row to the back. Front line with my back up against the wall. If I'm up against the odds, then I'm about to give it all. About to get them all, I want everything they got. Coming for the top, I won't stop until I fall. Me, I'm trying to ball out like LaMelo Ball. Watch me switch the gears on and wait for him to stall. They're looking all small, trying to run before they crawl. Me, I'm going all out, up against the all. You're up against the clock, up against the clock. Trying to break the doors down, you should have changed the locks. I'ma bring them all down, everybody's up. And I pride when it's showtime, everybody watch. They ain't taking my spot, no way. They ain't taking what I got, no way. I'm in a fight of my life every day, and I ain't stopping now, yo, I'ma carry my weight. They ain't taking my spot, no way. They ain't taking what I got, no way. I'm in a fight of my life every day, and I ain't stopping now, yo, I'ma carry my weight. It's like they don't wanna see me win, that's cool. Yeah, man, I got this in the bag like school. They're trying to don't lose. You guys are old news and your styles don't ooze. You're going head to head with the guy who won't move. Your tide goes snooze with your blind old views. Yeah, you couldn't walk a yard or a mile in my shoes. Yeah, I'ma smile all the way to the dubs. Cause what's an extra mile if you come from the muds? I'm a wild out, watch me ramp it up. Check my style out, everybody look. I'm like Gordon Ramsay, that's the style I cook. My old thing fancy, I don't give a. I ain't giving up now, till I'm living good now. Won't stop until I'm at the top, so high I have to look down. They ain't taking my spot, no way. They ain't taking what I got, no way. I'm in a fight of my life every day, and I ain't stopping now, yo, I'ma carry my weight. They ain't taking my spot, no way. They ain't taking what I got, no way. I'm in a fight of my life every day, and I ain't stopping now, yo, I'ma carry my weight.
Here we are, getting ready for this showdown between these two fighters. Should be a good one. I'm Todd Grisham. Alongside me, Johnny Nelson.
Todd, always a pleasure to work with you. Always a pleasure.
It's time for our tale of the tape. And here is the juggernaut, Joe Joyce. 6'6" tall, 210 pounds, and he loves to bang it out. It is Joe Joyce, the juggernaut, one of the hardest hitters in the division. Not many fighters. He is the greatest of all time, Muhammad Ali, fighting out of Louisville, Kentucky. Float like a butterfly and sting like a bee.
This bout is scheduled.
Expectations are sky high for this fight. Will it live up to the hype? We're about to find out.
So, all the talking's done. Now, let's get down to action.
These two have certainly talked. Joe Joyce has one of the highest knockout ratios in the heavyweight division. punch landed. Only catching air with that hook. This fighter told us yesterday, if he doesn't win by knockout, he doesn't consider it a real victory. That's the mentality he has.
Oh, this is a slugger right here in front of him. These kind of fighters, they want to get hit in the face because it G's them on. They want to stand there and fight in the trenches.
Both of these men showing exceptional chins, by the way. Missed with that jab. What a round so far as we've reached the halfway point. This fighter focuses on those long, straight punches, staying on the outside, and winning round after round.
Outside fights create so much unpredictable movement. Move left to right, box forward, box backwards. You don't know if they're going to attack or defend. Nightmare fighters.
That counter shot lands. Oh, down goes Joe Joyce. Final 10 seconds here, unless we get some late drama. I think we all know who won this round. He's been knocked down, but at least not knocked out yet.
Can make or break a fighter.
Joe Joyce, an Olympic medalist. They really got banged up last round. What can they do here to change the momentum?
That knockdown we just saw was a heavy knockdown. I'd be very, very surprised if he'll come out fresh as a daisy. That's not going to happen. He's got to hustle now. He's got to bluff them.
Beautiful counter shot. That jab misses. And he just missed with that left jab. You're not going to see as much footwork as the smaller weight classes in the heavyweight division, but we don't care. We want the heavy fists. They both want the knockout. Good counter punching. These punches coming from every angle. And he scores with the counter. Stamina is so important for these two fighters because it allows them to use their skills throughout the match. It can all come down to who's in better shape.
What can they change? Can they slow the pace down? Can they hope to knock them out early? What can they do? They've got to concentrate and relax. Because you know what you can do in the gym, you can do it in the fight. You've got to relax.
These two were made for each other. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. There's a counter shot. That bell could not have come soon enough for this guy.
Needs a knockout without a doubt. Needs to go out there and think, right, you know what? Next round, you're getting it. You're going to get it. Kitchen sink.
The bell to start the round. How will Joe Joyce handle facing a guy with this much pedigree?
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Right when you think the pace will slow down, it picks up. Needs to put some combination work together. One punch is good, two punches better. This back.
Don't get trigger happy, because all of a sudden you're going to be gassing yourself out trying to get that shot, and that's when he catches.
Both of these fighters have had their moments.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
When are we going to see a jab from these two? Can't throw out a lazy jab in this fight. You're going to get knocked out. You'd like to see more jabs. Can't find a home for that jab. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Well, he is in big trouble here. He may have been saved by the bell. We're hoping for an all-action slugfest. Not the start that they wanted, but let's see what they can do in this round.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on him. That's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
They call it the chin. How strong is your chin? Do you have a glass chin? These are things that can affect the fight.
Todd, you know what? Sometimes when I've done in the ring with fights like that and you punch them, you just want to run. You want that spaceship to come and lift you out there because you think, what the hell am I going to do now?
Is he going to punch himself out, though? Who's willing to go where the other fighter won't? Big shots from both these fighters. Got to be careful, though. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here.
Very close match. He shows the skill, the discipline, the respect both fighters have for each other, because no one dare do anything out of turn.
Good counter punch. Generally speaking, you don't watch heavyweights to see a boxing match. You want to see a fist fight.
Todd, look back in history. Sugar Ray Leonard against Roberto Duran. The first fight, Sugar Ray Leonard tried to fight and stand there toe-to-toe with him. The second fight, he thought, this guy's aggressive. He's nasty. He'd do everything to get the win. I've got to box him. I've got to frustrate him. I've got to humiliate him.
You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. The game plan does not seem to be working here. What's he? Joe Joyce always swinging for the fences. Let's see how they bounce back here in this round.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
The only fear you have with this heavyweight is has he punched himself out? Only catching air with that hook. hook just can't find the target. They're both looking for the knockouts here, and that's what we expect from heavyweights.
Now you've got two fighters that are absolutely shattered. What gets you through? Willpower, calm, because if you panic, you get desperate. If you get desperate, you make mistakes. If you make mistakes, you get knocked out.
Halfway through the round, and man, these two are going at it.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. Cannot throw out a lazy jab in this fight. You'll get knocked out. Both men step back for just, despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. And a round that seemed like an eternity for them finally comes to... Joe Joyce, an Olympic silver medalist. So the fight will continue. How do they turn things around?
Now he knows he's been hurt. He's going to come out and put the pressure on. He's going to throw the kitchen sink at you. You've got to be ready for that. Don't fight fire with fire. Hold him off. Be smart, because he's going to try and put you under pressure. He knows your legs are gone. He knows your head's not cleared. Be sharp.
They hit like heavyweights, but they move like middleweights. Joe Joyce is in trouble. It looks like he might, and you knew this was coming. They're going to take a knee.
Absolutely gassed out. Didn't know what to do, and hurt on top of that.
These two are the perfect dance partners. He misses with that jab.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
The straight right just misses. Good counter punching. Well, Johnny, we're in the early stages here. What have you seen so far?
Let me explain to you about a fast fighter that's got hand speed and footwork. They're relaxed. They're confident. They know they just have to quick burst, boom. In a split second, they've let...
He caught him big time. Smart move here to take a knee and get a break from all that beating.
That must have really dented the ego. You don't want your opponent to see you do that.
From this moment forward, he cannot afford to lose another. They ring the bell, and here we go. Off their stools and ready to go. Let's hope this round is more competitive.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the front foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Good idea, but misses with the left hook. Every time they drop their guard, they one punch could end this fight for either of these two heavyweights.
You've got to be courageous when you get in there with someone that's bigger, stronger, and faster. You've just got to use brain then.
Big swing and a miss with the hook. I can't believe we're only halfway through the round. One punch could change everything in this battle.
Skill for skill, tap for tap.
Oh no, the big fella Joyce just got clipped. Joe Joyce has one of the best chins in the heavyweight division, no doubt about it.
It's been a tough round so far. It's been a tough round. What do they do? What do they tell him when he goes back to the corner? How are they going to get through this?
Boy, this next round is going to be crucial considering the knockdown we just witnessed.
I love the response, though.
The Juggernaut back in a huge fight again. His eyes look pretty clear here, Johnny. How do you think he's going to do after being knocked down in the last round?
God, listen to me. If I knock somebody down like that round, you know this round coming out? He's getting everything, full barrel, because I know his legs are gone. So this, you watch what's going to happen.
This fighter continues to show how much heart he's got, but the corner may have to intervene here.
Well, now it's about getting back to the corner, freshen up, getting new instructions given to you, and they've got to G you up. They've got to tell you what you're doing wrong and what you're doing right.
We need to turn this around halfway through. I think it's safe to say one of the advantage, you can tell who it is.
Some fighters are just gifted with such hand speed, footwork, movement. They are gifted.
A huge opportunity. So it's onward and upward.
Nothing in my way will make me be afraid. And I can feel it in my bones. Yeah, I can feel it in my soul. Yeah, I can feel it, no letting go. And I can feel it, it's getting close. I said I can't stand by anymore. Looking in from the outside, I know I can hold the phone. They can't keep my hands tied. I need strength to carry on. Without me push it through. Oh, no one can save me from myself.
We've got high hopes for this contest with these two fighters. Should be a really good matchup. I'm Todd Grisham. Next to me is Johnny Nelson.
I feel like a fraud. How have I got these ringside seats?
It's time for our tale of the tape. Tommy the Duke Morrison. He weighed in. Tommy the Duke Morrison. One of the most entertaining and electrifying heavyweights. Muhammad.
This bout is scheduled for 8 rounds of boxing. Fighting out of the red.
You can tell both of these fighters are exuding confidence as they touch gloves. And here we go.
Close the door, close the curtains. This is it.
And there's the bell to start the round. Both men step back for just a moment. They are not going to let this one go to the judges. This fighter told us yesterday, if he doesn't win by knockout, he doesn't consider it a real victory. That's the mentality he has.
Terrorized them into not wanting to throw a punch because they don't even see the shot leaving.
It's all offense all the time. They both want a highlight reel knockout. Halfway through the round, and it's pretty much even Steven. Johnny, a lot of fighters focus on their defense with their hands up. This fighter focuses on their defense with their footwork, moving on those angles, staying out of danger.
These are my kind of fighters, boxing on the edge of the ring, using the jab, using the footwork, moving left to right. It's like a bull in a mat.
If there's anyone that can get out of trouble, it's Muhammad Ali. And finally, Muhammad Ali goes down. They're happy this round's coming to an end. 10 seconds left. Let's talk about Ali in that. We're hoping for an all-action slugfest. Got to get the momentum shift coming their way. What can they do here?
What a heavy knockdown. How are they going to come back from that? They've staggered back to the corner. They've got to freshen them up, alert them again, get them back on point again. This round, they've got to coast around. Don't get involved. Give yourself another 3 minutes to get your head clear.
And caught him with a left hook. Scoring hook. No defense for that hook. They call it the glory division. There's nothing quite like a heavyweight fight. It doesn't take much to win it. Back and forth they go, neither fighter willing to back down.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. It's like a match made in heaven.
Parries that jab away. Which one of these athletes is going to say, I can't take it anymore? What heart, what desire, but at what cost? The hook scores. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk about Morrison in that last round. You know that. They ring the bell, and here we go. Not the start that they wanted, but let's see what they can do in this round.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
You've heard the phrase, finding a second win. I don't think I need to tell you which one of these fighters needs to find it.
Now this is about desire. This is about character. This is about want.
Straight right just misses. Nice straight. Halfway through the round, and I think he knows he's got a lot of work to do. Good for him to get back up on his feet, but is he just a glutton for punishment?
Hard, he's up. I'll be surprised if he makes it back to the corner. And if he does, will he get back up on the stool again? That was a shot. He's up, but for how long? Look at that. On the heels, look at, there's nothing there. There's no defense. The eyes are glazed. It just takes one more clear shot. A clean one. And he's out of there.
Good counter punching. Final 10 seconds here, and the corner better get warmed up. They've got some work to do. Let's talk about Ali in that last one. They ring the bell, and here we go. He couldn't finish him off in the last round. Let's see what this has in store for us.
What a knockdown. 1 minute, you need 1 hour to get over a shot like that. Now it's down to conditioning. Now it's down to mental strength and preparation. It's how you are going to deal with this.
Johnny, it's still early on, but what do you think about what we're seeing so far?
I've seen some aggressive fighters like this, and they are a nightmare. If you are not fit, that is the worst place to be, having second thoughts in the ring.
Do you believe what we're seeing? He's going to go with more footwork now. What do you think of that strategy? Can they figure out the combination to this safe?
Very close match. It shows the skill, the discipline, the respect both fighters have for each other, because no one dare do anything out of turn.
These are heavyweights, but I tell you what, that hand speed and footwork, they look like middleweights.
What a gift. What a gift it is to have a chin where you know you can walk through anything and everything. When you let those shots go and it's just bouncing off and they're walking you down, it's so demoralizing. It absolutely breaks your heart. What else can you do?
That jab doesn't score. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Morrison in that last round. Well, he is glad to have heard that. We're hoping for an all-action slugfest. It has been all one-way traffic. How do they turn this around?
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you, and that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Putting the pedal to the metal, but has to be careful that he doesn't run out of gas. This is the heavyweight division. One punch could end this fight.
Because you've got a good chin doesn't mean you've got leather skin. It means you can still get caught. So you've got to go for those pointed areas over the eyebrow, the cheekbone. You've just got to try and cut them, skim and go for speed.
Halfway through the round, and man, these two are going at it.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this...
Is this the beginning of the end for Muhammad Ali? You heard that right, ladies and gentlemen. A knockout victory.